Yo guys, welcome to a brand new podcast of the Babblemouth Podcast. Brand new episode. Is this episode 4? I believe this is episode 4. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. Hopefully this one will actually be 30 minutes long. Last one was only 24 minutes and fucking some odd seconds. I don't even know. But it wasn't long enough. I felt like I was in here for like an hour because I was fucking rambling on forever about whatever it was. Last episode was about, but today's topics are going to be Final Fantasy Online. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to talk about Joji's new album, and we're going to be talking about the games I'm going to be streaming for the time being. And we're also going to be talking about the PS5 launch titles and my thoughts on them. But anyway, we're just going to kick this off real quickly, right? So basically, Final Fantasy 14. I didn't say the 14 part, unfortunately, but yes, Final Fantasy 14 Online. If you guys didn't know, I have been playing that recently. I was streaming it, and then obviously you guys already know the story. I feel like we get back to this fucking part every time. But I was streaming Final Fantasy 14, and I'm going to be streaming Final Fantasy 14, and we'll get into that here in a little bit. But Final Fantasy 14 Online. It is a MMO RPG. I think it can be a role-playing game if you are into that kind of thing. I am not, so I don't do the role-playing part. But it is I do the massive multiplayer online part. But basically, if you don't know, it is basically. I fucking say basically a lot too. I'm sorry, but anyway. So Final Fantasy 14 is a MMO, and you just run around, you level up. It's your fucking basic MMO. Like, there's really not much to it. I mean, I don't know what else to say in terms of that. So you just run around. You can be a fucking mage. You can be a monk. That's what my character is. Monks are, they punch. They're puncher boys. They punch boys. My guy currently has 2 big-ass fucking knives the size of my arms. If you guys don't know, my character is fucking massive. He's like an ogre, but he's not ugly. He's like a fucking buff, chiseled chin god. His name's Rambio Broseph Jr. And if you're wondering why the junior part, it's because I had a character, I think it was 2 years ago. 2.5 years ago. I had a character named Rambio Broseph, and basically he was the greatest warrior of all time. And that was on a free trial account. And I don't have access to it anymore because I can't figure out how to fucking get in. And I just want to go on to this tangent real quick because it is fucking frustrating as hell. But Square Enix, if one of your employees is listening to this, or anybody fucking from Square Enix, or has any connections to Square Enix, your fucking password change system is the most fucking retarded, dumb bullshit I have ever seen. It is so complicated for no fucking reason. It is so fucking... Oh my god, I'm fucking so fucking pissed. Just fucking thinking about this fucking change password system. Because I tried changing... Because for some reason, I was trying to sign into my Rambio Broseph Jr. account a couple of days ago. And the fucking password I was putting in wasn't working. I'm like, fuck, this is the fucking password. I know for a fact it's the password. By the way, it wasn't the right password, but the password that it ended up being, I fucking put in, and it said that password was wrong. So I don't fucking know what was going on. But I was like, whatever, I'm just going to change it. And when you go to change the password, it's the basic, put the email of the account in, and we'll send you a form, and you'll put this code in, and then we'll send you to another page, and you can change the password. That's usually how it is. And it's the same for Square Enix. But for some fucking reason, Square Enix thinks everyone has the fucking memory of a fucking saint. And you have to put in the fucking, the security question you picked. You have to select the one that you picked. Because when you make an account, you have to pick a security question. So now you have to remember what security question it was that you picked at the time. Because they give you 4. They give you 4 options to pick from when you go to change your password. And it's the 4 same options for when you made the account. So now you have to remember which one you picked. And when you fucking... And here's the thing. I fucking put the answers for every single one of them, and all of them are wrong. I'm like, how the fuck is this wrong? It asked me what elementary school I went to. I told it. It asked me what my mother's maiden name was. I told it. It asked me what my first pet's name was or some shit. I told it. I don't even remember what the fucking fourth one was. It was probably fucking retarded. It was probably what the fuck's your dick size or something. I told it. It was fucking wrong. Every time. I'm like, how's this wrong? I fucking know what the answers are to these questions. How is it wrong? I fucking know what you want from me. So clearly this system's fucked. Oh, the fourth one was, what's your favorite teacher's name? And I put it, and it was wrong. They're changed. If you just have to experience it for yourself, but it is aggravating as fuck. It's a stupid fucking system. If you've never changed a password before, most of the time it's you put your email in, they send you a form, it takes you to a different page to change the password, you change the password, and that's fucking it. You don't have to fucking guess what security question you picked and fucking put the answer in, and then fucking boom, you know, it's fucking Square Enix, you're fucking dumb when it comes to this. For some reason, I don't know if Square Enix has issues or something, but they have fucking little things everywhere that is, their security system is so fucking weird. I don't get why. Like, if you want, on, at least on Final Fantasy, I don't know if it's for all the games, but on Final Fantasy Online, you can have a one-time password. But here's the kicker. You have to fucking pay for it. It's like 10, I don't even know if it's a one-time payment. I'm assuming it would have to be, but you have to pay for it. It's like $10 to have a second password. Fuck, at this point, it might need to, because apparently the password I fucking know that it isn't right. Anyway, that was... it's annoying. I mean, it's definitely one of the most frustrating things I've ever had to deal with, and I've dealt with a lot of frustrating things in my life. And that's probably in the top 3 dumbest fucking things I've ever seen. I mean, maybe not the top 3, but in terms of internet, and it's definitely the dumbest fucking password changing system I've ever fucking seen, because it's way overcomplicated for no fucking reason whatsoever. Anyway, back to Final Fantasy XIV. My character is a monk. His name is Rambio Broseph. My character level is, I think, 47 right now. I'm still on the first campaign, and I'm almost a max level character off of the first campaign of the game. I have all the DLCs and everything. I am currently running, I think I have probably 20 some odd days left of my subscription before it ends, which is sad to see happen, but you know, these things happen, right? These things happen, and it's just gonna have to be. But the game, for what it is fun. I will say this. I feel like it does get a little repetitive. Their quest system goes by fast. I think I would say probably about 75% of the quests in the game are useless, and they're just there for no reason. Because there will be multiple hundreds of quests that'll be like this. Go talk to this person, walk 2 feet, talk to that person, walk back, talk to that person, done. You just leveled up. Oh, by the way, go talk to that person, or walk over there and talk to that person, then go all the way across the map, talk to that person, and then boom, you're done. And then the person that you just traveled across the map to, they'll be like, yo, go kill these 3 fucking spiders in the woods, and then come back with their fucking webbing. You go kill the spiders, you come back, you done the quest, and they ask you, hey, go talk to this bitch for me real quick. Then you go over and talk to that bitch, boom, quest done. The bitch you just talked to gives you another quest. You go to that bitch gives you another quest. She's like, yo, my brother's lost in the woods, go find him for me. Then you magically, automatically know where he is. You travel to the location, and boom, you're stuck in a sync situation where you have to sync to a certain level if you're over leveled, which I am for all of my quests. So you have to sync down to, let's say, 30. Now you have to kill a fucking tree or something. Boom, you save the brother. You go back to the bitch. That bitch tells you, hey, go talk to that bitch that sent you to me. Boom, you go talk to the bitch that sent you to that bitch to do the other quest. Then you talk to the bitch. Quest done. By the way, go talk to this person. It's a lot of that. It's a lot of random quests. You just be running back and forth. You're the messenger boy. That's how most video games are. But you're really the messenger boy in this game. You have to experience it if you don't know what I'm talking about. But it's a lot of talk to this person, done. And there's a lot of quests where you don't fucking fight anything. I'd say there's probably about 40%, at least 40% of the first campaign of the game, the main scenario, like 40% is not fucking talking. You're literally just talking to somebody. Talk to that, doom, done. But I digress. I digress. It is what it is. But the quest so far, I mean, when you have to fucking fight something, it's actually interesting. But I think I'm in like the 34, 35 quest lines. And I'm 47, so I'm way higher level than I'm supposed to be. I don't even know why. I don't know how I'm so high of a level for the quest that I'm in. I mean, I do a lot of side quests. And, I mean, you might as well. Because if you're like me, and you have a roommate who is a max level on multiple characters, then you have the opportunity to pretty much do most things really quickly. Like there's these things called trials in Final Fantasy, where basically it's just you versus another opponent. You're just fighting them. And we fought this big fucking demon thing. I don't even know what it was. But it was the first trial of the game. And basically we went into the trial unsynced. So he's level 80 going against a level 20 demon thing. And this is all I saw. I don't have the VOD anymore. But this is what I saw. I ran forward. He dashed forward, like 2-hit it, and that was it. And then it was over. A trial is something that's supposed to be somewhat difficult for the time of the game. He fucking 2-hit, and we were done. And he's gonna do it again for me when we fight. Because the next trial, the current quest that I'm on, I don't even remember what it's called, but it's a Titan. We have to kill a Titan. But it's the next trial in the main scenario. And we're going to do that again for that. But there's also dungeons. Those are pretty fun. We're also doing those unsynced. So we're going through them really fast. But he didn't want to do it unsynced because he wants me to learn the things. Luckily enough, I know how to do everything anyway. And we're good to go. So we do it unsynced. We get through it real quick. And then I just keep doing my quests. And then I'm trying to get through all the main scenario and the fucking shadow whatever. I'm trying to get through all the quest lines so that we can be done running around being a fucking messenger boy rat, It's not fun. I mean, it gets kind of boring after a little bit, but it is what it is. The game overall is pretty fun. It's not my first MMO experience because I did play RuneScape when I was younger. On an account called Lion2656, I believe is what the name was. I might even be able to log into it now. I don't know if I will be able to, but I might honestly be able to log into it now. But that was my first account, and then I made a new one. I don't know what I named it, but I haven't played that game in a long time. But I did the classics in RuneScape, like get a RuneScape girlfriend. It was probably a guy. I mean, I had like 2 or 3. I was kind of a baller, I don't think I've ever had any. I never got any skills to 99, but I think the first time I remember when dungeoneering got added to the game. That's how long I had been playing. Because I remember when that got added, and that was a long fucking time ago. I don't even know when. But it was a long time ago, and I was still playing when that got added. But I think the last time I played it was probably like 4 years ago. And it was on the newer account that I did with my roommate. But in terms of Final Fantasy, it is a grind for sure. But if you're willing to stick to a grind, if you like grindy games, you're definitely going to like that. Because, oh my god, you got a lot you can do. Because you have quest line, you have the main scenario quests, and then all the other DLC storylines. We're on Final Fantasy, by the way, not RuneScape. So in terms of Final Fantasy, you have the main scenario quest lines and the DLC quest lines. You have whatever class you are, also has its own set of quest lines to level up that certain class. I'm a pugilist, which upgrades into a monk. That's what I'm currently doing. And we're almost done with that quest line. I only have like one more, but it's at level 50, so I think you level up a few more times. But yeah, you have those. You have the side quests. You have quests that give you certain items. There's quests that like unlock certain things that you can now do. Like you have to do a quest to get mounts, and you have to do quests to do to put runes inside of weapons and armor. You have to do a quest to do X, Y, and Z. You know, if there's a thing you can do in the game, you probably have to do a quest for it. Like, there's also, like, you can be a blacksmith, and there's a whole, that's a class. That'd be a class, but yeah, you can be a blacksmith, you can be an armorer, you can be a cook, you can be a fisher, woman or man, you can be a fucking whore if you wanted to. I'm sure at some point in the game, but I don't know about that one, so don't comment on that one. But yeah, Final Fantasy, very good game, 10 out of 10, would recommend. But yeah, I am in an FC as well. My roommate's FC. Well, it's not his FC, but I'm part of the FC. I've never met the FC people. Well, I mean, I've met them kind of, but I've never actually been in the Discord and talked to them. I've only talked to them when he's in the Discord, and I'm like in the room. Like I'm like if I'm leaving the apartment, I might say a few words to him, but they're only hearing me over his mic. I've never actually talked to him, you know. We'll get there one day. I mean, I'm probably going to be playing Among Us with him at some point, I'm sure. That'll probably be the first thing I ever play with him is Among Us. But yeah, anyway. Next topic. Let's move on with our lives. Alright, so, Joji, Filthy Frank, George made a new album. It's called NECTAR. Very beautiful album. I love it. I've listened to it probably a lot. I think I probably listened to it today like 8 or 9 times at least. But I'll tell you the songs that I kept on my Spotify. So I kept You, which is the title track. Not the title track, the first track, sorry. Modus, which is the second. TikTok, which is the third track. Then I already had Daylight, Gimme Love and Run, and Sanctuary. I kept Pretty Boy, Normal People, Afterthoughts, Mr. Hollywood, 777, Like You Do, and Your Man. And here's the thing. This album is really, really good. There's a few songs I didn't keep. One of them was Upgrade. The songs that... I'm not saying the songs that I didn't keep are bad. It's just the songs that I didn't keep in my liked songs are the songs that I just didn't want to listen to again. Is the only thing about that. I'm not saying they're bad or anything like that. Just saying I didn't want to listen to them again. I listened to them a few times and I just didn't keep them. So I didn't keep Upgrade, High Hopes, Nitrous, and Reanimator. I mean, Upgrade, I don't know why I didn't keep that one. High Hopes, the Omar Apollo feature is terrible. Nitrous, I couldn't tell you. I don't remember what these songs sound like. And then Use Tumor. I mean, his features on this album were pretty bad. Other than, like, the Afterthoughts. The Afterthoughts feature's, like, the only good feature on this entire album. Lil Yachty is on here as well. Trash. I mean, Daylight's Diplo. Diplo did bad. Not bad. I mean, he doesn't sing, obviously. He just produced the track, I guess it would be. But yeah. You, Modus, TikTok, Daylight, Gimme Love, Run, Sanctuary, Pretty Boy, Normal People, Afterthoughts, Mr. Hollywood 777, Like You Do, and Your Love is what I kept. And I'm having a hard time deciding which track I like the most. Right now, my heart is leaning towards TikTok, but Your Man is it's so beautiful. The song is so damn good. Afterthoughts, so these are my 3. TikTok, Afterthoughts, and Your Man. Those are the 3 I'm having a hard time deciding between, because I can't decide which one is the best for me. I could probably say it's between TikTok and Your Man, realistically. I mean, Afterthoughts is a really good song. It's definitely the 3rd best song on the album, in my opinion. But I might lean more towards Your Man. But TikTok, oh my god, TikTok, the song is just, it bangs. But Your Man is, fuck. It's really hard. I'd have to really think about this for a while and listen to them again. Over and over again. I mean, I listened to Your Man on repeat for probably like 45 fucking minutes today while I was at work. I listened to the album literally over and over again. It's so fucking good. So fucking good. If you don't know, go listen to Joji's album. His new album out, NECTAR, came out a couple days ago. Go listen to it. It was like a week ago almost, actually, but yeah, go listen to it. NECTAR by Joji. Very, very good. There's not actually a song on here called NECTAR, so I don't know why the album's called NECTAR. But I'm sure his music videos will explain that. So far, he's released a lot of music videos. I'm assuming it almost looks like he's going to be releasing a music video for every single song on the album. It's definitely space themed, because Sanctuary was space themed. Daylight had space themes in it. Gimme Love was definitely space themed. Run, I guess, kind of had some space theme in it. I guess there was a space scene at the end of the music video of Run. He's definitely telling some kind of story. I couldn't tell you the 100% of it. Pretty Boy is the Pretty Boy music video is connected to the Gimme Love music video. If you didn't know, the Gimme Love music video has him winning medals and stuff, because he's like an astronaut and he's like winning a bunch of medals for his work and everything. In the music video Pretty Boy, the two dudes in that video, the two fucking weird looking ass guys, they find some of his medals in that music video. I didn't even know that until this one video was talking about it, explaining all this like storyline that he's building up or whatever. But yeah, good album. This was definitely a short topic because I don't really know what else to talk about. I mean, I'm not a fucking needle drop. I'm not gonna give him a score. I personally would say it's a 10 out of 10 album. Is it better than Ballads 1? Yes. It's definitely better than Ballads 1. Ballads 1 was a very good album as well. Not because I feel like every time I say something, people think, oh, you must not fucking like that then. No, I'm saying NECTAR is better than Ballads 1, but Ballads 1 was still really fucking good. NECTAR was definitely a higher produced album. I think the one thing about this album I don't like is the features. A lot of the features are really weak. Like, I would consider removing Pretty Boy because Lil Yachty is a fucking joke. Like literally. I'd say one feature on this album is good, and that's Beanie. That's how you say her name, I don't know. But the only good fucking feature is on Afterthought. That's it. Change my fucking mind, but you won't, because I don't fucking care. Because it doesn't matter. At the end of the fucking day, it doesn't matter. And that's just my opinion. If you like some of the features on the album other than Afterthought, then good on ya. Fucking move on with your life and don't fucking tweet at me about it. But anyway, I digress. Good album, Joji. If you do listen to this someday, good album, my guy. But now, let's move on to the next topic, which is, let me open this up, which is gonna be, oh yes, the games are gonna be streaming. So, I just want to briefly go over this. Isn't going to be a long topic because I want to move on into the PS5 launch titles because that's the juicy part. Because I did talk about the PS5 launch titles. I think it was in the first episode. It would have been in the first podcast. But I kind of talked about it a little bit there. But I didn't know a lot of them. I think that's what the issue was. But anyway, pretty much the games that I can stream comfortably on the PC that I currently have is Among Us, which is obvious. I'm also going to be playing Fallout 3. A little playthrough of Fallout 3, maybe in Fallout New Vegas, and we're also going to be playing some Final Fantasy XIV Online, obviously, because that game can run on a potato. I mean, Among Us can run on a potato for sure. Fallout 3, that game was for fucking Windows Vista, so it's supposed to be at least. And then Final Fantasy XIV, I managed to get going pretty good, so that game runs pretty smooth. But yeah. Among Us, Fallout 3, and Final Fantasy XIV are the current titles I'm going to be streaming. My first stream, I think, is going to be Sunday. Hopefully. You guys are hearing this podcast on Saturday, so if I am streaming, it'll be on Sunday, hopefully. If not Sunday, then I'll stream on Monday. It'll probably, I think, actually, probably will be Sunday, because I'm going to be playing Among Us with, Dad Cypher, aka Pogs. Go check him out on Twitch. Dad Cypher, that's DADCIPHER. That's DADCIPHER on Twitch, Twitter. I don't know about Instagram. But yeah, go check him out. I'll be streaming with him some Among Us on Sunday. Hopefully Sunday. If not with him, I'll be playing Among Us regardless. Or one of those games I just talked about. But anyway, let's move on to the PS5 launch titles. And these are the games that are coming out when the PS5 drops on November 12th. So I'm just going to list all of the games, and then we'll go back to the top, and then we'll talk about it. So the first game on this list is Demon's Souls, which is a Dark Souls game made by From Software in 2009, and they're remaking it. Spider-Man Miles Morales. And then we got a game called Godfall. A game called Destruction All Stars. We got a game called The Pathless, sorry. We got Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which I didn't actually know. It launches on November 10th on every other console, with the PS5 version releasing alongside the console on November 12th. Okay, so, I mean, that's not a PS5 exclusive. That is more of an Xbox kind of game. I mean, that's where they promote it at, is on Xbox, But yeah, Valhalla will come out with the PS5 on November 12th. You got NBA 2K21 Mamba Edition. I'm assuming it's the same fucking game. 2K. It is what it is. They're doing a Devil May Cry 5 remake, pretty much. It's called Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition, apparently. Fortnite. We're just going to move on from there. Destiny 2 Beyond Light. Some good news is if you own Destiny 2 on PS4, you'll get a free copy of the game on PS5. I mean, the game's already free, isn't it? So it doesn't really matter. Anyway, Observer, System Redux, COD Cold War, or Black Ops Cold War, whatever you want to fucking call it. And that looks like that is it. So let's move on to the top of the list, and I'll go over all these with you. And maybe I'll even read some of the descriptions. Alright, so for Demon's Souls, super hard action adventure games are now described as like Dark Souls, but Demon's Souls was the predecessor to Dark Souls. Released by From Software back in 2009, 2 years before the studio hit big with Dark Souls, Demon's Souls is now being remade exclusively for the PS5. So that is true. I didn't know about this. If you are getting an Xbox Series X, you cannot play this game on the Xbox Series X. It is a PS5 exclusive, but I'm assuming it will also be on PC. I don't guarantee that. It does say it's a PS5 exclusive, so more than likely it'll only be on PS5. So get a fucking PS5 if you know what's good for you. And in terms of that, I mean, Dark Souls games are good. I never played Demon's Souls when it was first out, so I can't really tell you. I mean, if you always want to see gameplay of it, just watch the little fucking video, they did a fucking like a 1 hour showcase of the PS5, like I think like 2 or 3 weeks ago. There's gameplay of Demon's Souls in there. Go check it out. I don't have much of an opinion. I loved Bloodborne. That's like the only game I've really gotten a hard on for as well. But also Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne are really the only DS games I've played. Spider-Man Miles Morales. We got Spider-Man Miles Morales has been likened to Uncharted Lost Legacy. That game was an expansion for Uncharted 4, clocking it at around 7 hours. It was somewhere between DLC and full-blown spin-off title, and it totally ruled. Miles Morales promises to beat that in 2018's Spider-Man, and it'll launch on both the PS5 and PS4. If you guys didn't play the original Spider-Man game, that's not the original, but like the Spider-Man game where this game's based off of. Very good game. It was a PS4 exclusive, or I guess you could just say Sony exclusive game. It wasn't on Xbox or PC. So I guess there's that. But very good game. I beat the shit out of that game when I had a PS4. It is so fucking good. It's definitely up there in terms of God of War. It is a very fucking fun. If you like superhero games, it's really fucking good. It's way better than the Avengers game. I know that game was kind of atrocious. At least I hated it. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, for a superhero game, it's better than a lot of them. But let's be honest, the game wasn't great. But that Spider-Man game was great. And by the way, if you didn't know, the Spider-Man game that was on PS4 is also getting remastered into 4K. Go check out the footage. They released some footage of it. And it looks pretty damn crispy. Alright. But yeah, in terms of this, I mean, it's a Spider-Man game. It looks pretty badass. And it's Miles Morales, which people have been looking for. Sackboy: A Big Adventure. I don't think I read this one. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that. Godfall, I don't even know what it is. I mean, I can read some of the descriptions. Godfall is a new IP and it looks gnarly, set in a fantasy world and published by Gearbox, which develops the Borderlands series, and it's an action RPG, puts you in control of one of the last members of the Elite Knights Order. We don't know a whole lot about the game or its story yet, but it's like it has plenty of potential. Okay, I also didn't read this one off. I didn't see this one. Astro's Playroom. Astro's Playroom is a cutesy platformer that comes loaded onto every PS5 console. It's essentially a tech demo that'll show you what the PS5 hardware, both the console itself, as well as the DualSense controller, is capable of. But tech demo may be underselling it, as the predecessor Astro Bot Rescue Mission is highly regarded. We also got Destruction All-Stars. Also, if I don't know anything about these games, I'm just going to read the description and move on. So, Destruction All-Stars, Twisted Metal. This is not about vehicle mayhem. It is making its way back to the PlayStation. This exclusive from Lucid Games is an automotive combat game that takes place in a huge arena in which you'll destroy each other for the pleasure of millions. We got The Pathless. In 2016, Abzu launched and hypnotized many with its art style. I do know about Abzu. I never played it, but I do know about it. Now its developer, Giant Squid, is launching its follow-up game, The Pathless, following an archer's journey through a forest. It looks similarly dazzling. Anyway, AC Valhalla, which I am pretty intrigued in this game, because it actually looks pretty badass. I mean, who doesn't want to be playing as a Viking fucking destroying villages? Assassin's Creed Valhalla takes you to 873 AD, when the Vikings begin expanding into England and Europe. It's launching November 10th on every other console, with the PS5 version releasing alongside the console on November 12th. 2K21. I mean, it's a fucking basketball game. Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition. Devil May Cry Special Edition takes place the excellent 2019. It's a fucking remake. Fortnite. It's Fortnite. It's coming to PS5. Like, what else do you need to know? It's fucking Fortnite. There's nothing different about it. Destiny 2 Beyond Light. Some good news if you own Destiny 2. Yeah, there's nothing here to say. Alright, Observer System Redux. Observer was a 2017 piece of game set in post-apocalyptic Krakow. Krakow? Is that how you say that? You play as Daniel Lazarki, a mind-hacking observer, essentially a policeman with mind-reading tech, and spend the game investigating a harrowing Krakowi slum. It's an intense horror experience. Oh, I didn't know it was a horror game. That's cool. But you'll remember for a long time, Observer System Redux is a remastered version for the PS5 and Xbox. Oh, this is a remaster. Okay. No, it's not. When I look at this artwork of the game, it actually does look familiar. And then you got Call of Duty Cold War. Okay, technically this isn't a launch game, but it's close enough. COD Cold War hits PS5 on November 13th, a day after the console's release. That's the same day it launches on PS4, Xbox One, Series X, and PC. So yeah, those are all of them. I mean, Cold War, I am very interested in. I mean, mainly for the Warzone, because if you guys don't know, Warzone is transferring over to Treyarch, and they're going to be taking over Warzone for this current COD, and I'm assuming it'll just go back to Infinity Ward when they do whatever their next game is going to be. So, yeah, Cold War looks cool. It's a fucking Call of Duty game during the Cold War, and you play as Mason again, and you got Woods and Hudson there. I mean, this game I'm going to be mainly doing the zombies. I would say zombies was, I really didn't like Black Ops 4 zombies, but I loved Black Ops 3 zombies, and I loved Black Ops 2 zombies, and I did like Black Ops 1 zombies. I didn't really go that hard in Black Ops 1 zombies, but I went really hard in Black Ops 2 zombies and Black Ops 3 zombies. Not really Black Ops 4, because it was kind of terrible. Most people would agree with that. But I digress. Like I said, I mean, it was alright for what it was. Never mind, it's not. Black Ops 4 Zombies was a fucking joke. It's terrible. Don't even fucking play it. I haven't played Black Ops 4 in a long fucking time. And I only played it because of that. And maybe a little bit of Blackout. But Warzone is way better than Blackout. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. If you think Blackout is better, then you're just bad at Warzone. As simple as that. Well, let's move on. So anyway, let's move on to the next topic of this podcast. I mean, there's not a lot of thoughts to give on in most of these titles. I mean, the PS5 is going to be badass. That's it. That was actually the last topic of the podcast. I didn't have anything else to talk about. That is it. Hope you guys did enjoy the podcast. Like I said, I'll be streaming this Sunday. Hopefully this Sunday. If I don't stream this Sunday, then that is what it is. And then we move on with our lives. But anyway, like I said, go follow me on I didn't say this yet, but if I am streaming Sunday, then I am. But anyway, go follow me on Twitch, Twitter, all of the socials at ImNexusss. That's capital I, M, capital N, ImNexusss. That's capital I, M, capital N, EXUSSS. 3 S's. Don't forget it. But anyway, guys, I do appreciate everyone who does be listening to this podcast. If you're enjoying it, share it with your friends, your grandma, your father, anybody who can listen with ears to this podcast. Anyway, guys, I do appreciate all of you, and I'll see you guys in the next one.